Hey you guys, I'm coming at you guys to do a collab with Victoria Crawford. This particular video is going to be about balancing being a young mom and the things that you want to do. There is nothing easy about being a mother, and there's nothing easy about being a young mom or a new mom when it's unplanned. If I could change the time, I probably would, because there were things that I could have done that I didn't do. There were decisions that I made as far as what job I chose and things of that nature, because I had someone to take care of. As far as getting into shape and working out, I am pretty blessed because my job actually has a fitness center. This is the first job that I ever had that actually had benefits and actually had a better pay and actually had those things on site. I don't like being fat. I have gained weight before. I am a stressful eater. I'm an emotional eater. In relationships, we get comfortable. We get somebody that likes us. We go out to eat. We have a lot of sex. That's kind of what happens when you're in a relationship. That person likes you for who you are. You kind of lose sight of, oh, well, I really don't need to be eating this late. Or, oh, I really don't need to eat 2 bags of chips today when I already had one earlier. You have to learn how to still keep doing some of the things that you wanted to do, even when you're in a relationship. Right now, I'm personally struggling with learning my relationship again because we're rebuilding, and being a mom and balancing my friendships. Before, when we were in a confused stage, I don't know what we're going to do, it was kind of like I was single. So in that situation where I was kind of single, I was doing a lot with my friends and my line sisters and going out and having a good time and, working and being a good mom. But now that I'm more in a relationship, it's more of a transition back to, okay, time for my boyfriend, time for my son, time for us as a family together, time for my friends. And unfortunately, I'm still learning how to balance and make sure that I'm communicating with my friends, because at the end of the day, you don't want to trade off your friends, because those are the people that are there for you when your dude is not around. And you don't want to trade off your dude, because if that's the dude that you're going to be with and y'all are aiming to go towards marriage, then you don't want to keep blowing him off either. So it's a learning lesson. People sometimes want a baby for the wrong reasons. They think that that's going to make their dude stay around, or they think that that baby is going to love them. Let me tell you something about a baby. A baby only knows how to express themselves with cries and noises and laughter. They don't even know how to love at that age. They know how to attach to someone that is constantly feeding them and doing for them. But a baby is selfish, because that baby wants what it wants. They want to play with something that they see. They're hungry, so they're going to scream and cry until they get a bottle or get something to eat. They don't know how to communicate, and they need you. So if you're not in a good emotional state and you think that having a baby is going to change everything or fix problems, it's really not. That's being selfish, and you're going to put yourself in a situation that is going to make you unhappy if you end up having a baby with the wrong person at the wrong time, because you thought that was going to make everything happily ever after. You just really have to think about that, and are you ready to give a little bit of yourself? I promise you, even if you think that you are, it's a different experience than you thought. So if you're young, you're in your 20s, go ahead and live it up. If you're in college and you're about to finish, get a job, get comfortable, get with somebody that shows you that they're going to be there in the long term. And if you were to have a baby at the wrong time and you're thinking I don't know if I want to keep this baby, you know what I'm saying? That is your decision. That is your life, and that is your child's life. So don't worry about what everybody else has to say and their input. If you feel like I felt when I had my child, I didn't know. I honestly didn't know. And I made the decision based on my heart and based on not knowing, because I never had a child before. So if you don't feel like it's right to keep your child, then make sure that if you make that decision to not keep your child, make sure that you decide, okay, this was a learning lesson. Let me get on birth control. Because let me tell you something. People say, oh, I don't want to get on birth control. It makes me gain weight. Well, guess what? Having a baby when you're not supposed to have a baby will also make you gain weight. And it is going to change you if you decide not to keep your child. I wasn't ready to make that decision. But if I were to run into that situation after already having a son and understanding how hard it is, I can understand why women decide not to keep their baby. depending on their circumstance. If you can't even support you, if you can't even make it with just you, maybe you don't want to expose your child to that. Or if you're dealing with a dude that's just not good, then, and you know that you don't have the help that you need, then you're just trying to avoid a situation. But just make that a one-time situation and learn from it. Oh, I don't have the money for birth control. Well, do you have the money for an abortion? Do you have the money to pay for a child's way for 18, 25 years? Think about it. People say, oh, 18 years. Not really. I turned 23 this year, and my dad is still the person that I'm living with. So a child is a lifetime responsibility. My stepmom always says, it's for the rest of your life. When things happen, they call on you. And it's a huge responsibility, and it changes your life in good ways, but it's also sacrifice. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know I did a lot of talking, but this was on my heart. I hope I didn't offend anyone, but I'm just being extremely real with you, because being a mom is definitely one of those things that people sometimes take lightly until they're in the situation. So if someone can watch this before having their child, or before thinking about, you know, having a baby with someone that may not be there in the long run, I would love to help, because a lot of us are young and a lot of us are not fully living to our full potential because we're jumping into things too fast. And this is something that you can't undo. So yeah, you guys, comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know what you think. If you have anything that you want to discuss, then I'd be more than happy to communicate with you. And I'll see you all in the next video.